Hi everybody, this is your friend Daniel Hutchins, and we're not really talking about comic books in this video. We're going to be doing a videos are random. Yes, we're doing a videos are random. Today's videos are random. We're going to be doing something different now. We're going to do the videos are random, but we're going to do history. Yes, we're going to be talking about the surrender of Lord Cornwallis and the Battle of Waterloo. Okay, so okay, so basically, we know the surrender of the Cornwallis was in Yorktown, Virginia on October 19th, 1781, ending the siege of Yorktown. This was kind of how it ended the American Revolution. Again, so actually what's really cool is there actually is an oil painting that you can see on Wikipedia. It's artist by John Trumbull. The year that it happened was 1819 to 1820. Again, it's located in Washington, D.C., and you can actually find it in the United States Capitol. It's actually really cool. So, again, we talked a little bit about that. And basically, the subject of it's basically the surrender of the British Army in Yorktown in 1781, which ended the campaign of the Revolutionary War. The blue sky filled with dark clouds and a broken cannon suggested the battle led to this event. Early September, entrenching the force of 7,000 men, Cornwallis has helped the Hope rescue from the sea. But the British vessels were repelled by French fleets within weeks of General Washington deploying a much larger army. His artillery bombarded the British position in October when the American and the French troops had united to overrun the two British strongholds. Cornwallis was surrendered in 1781. October 19th, 1781. In the center of that scene, we saw a general mounted his horse as he extends his right hand, carried by the surrendering British officer, General Cornwallis. Now, again, we also call him Lord Cornwallis, or some people said. But again, he's also there along with some of the other American officers and the General George Washington riding a horse in the background because Cornwallis himself was not present during the surrender again, but basically he actually did surrender. Now we're going to be going to the Battle of Waterloo, which is a completely different other thing that happened around almost around that same period. Again, alright, the Battle of Waterloo was fought on Sunday, 18th of June of 1815 near Waterloo in the United Kingdom and Netherlands, now which is now present-day Belgium. The French army was led by Napoleon and was defeated by two of the armies of the Seventh Coalition. One of the British-led coalitions was consistent of units from the UK, the Netherlands, Hanover, Brunswick, and Nassau, under the command of Duke of Wellington, also known for his Anglo-Allied army and Wellington's army. Others were a larger Prussian army led by Field Marshal von Blücher, whose Blücher's army. The battle marked the end of the Napoleonic Wars. Again, the Wars of Napoleon. This battle was contemporarily known as the Battle of Mont-Saint-Gyr, France, and basically the beautiful alliance of Prussia. Now, again, Napoleon's return to power in March 1815, many states have proposed to form the Seventh Coalition to demobilize their armies. Again, their armies were cannoned close to the northeastern border of France. Napoleon had planned to attack them separately, but in hopes of destroying them before they could join a coordinated invasion to France. With other members of coalition on June 16th, Napoleon has successfully attacked the Prussian army with Battle of Ligny with his main force, causing the Prussians to withdraw northwards to the 17th of June to parallel his army in good order. Napoleon sent a third of his forces to pursue the Prussians, which resulted in the Battle of Waterloo, where the Prussian wheel guarded 18th and 19th of June and prevented the French force from participating in Waterloo. Also on the 16th of June, a small portion of French armies contested the Battle of Quatre Bras, which was again another war, guys. Anglo-Allied armies. Anglo-Allied armies grounded on 16th of June, but the withdrawal from the Prussians caused the army to withdraw north to Waterloo on 17th of June. Upon learning that the Prussians were there, they're able to support them. Wellington decided to offer this battle to the Mont Saint Jean escarpment from the Brussels road, the village of Waterloo. Here he withstood repeated attacks by the French throughout the afternoon of 18th of June, aided by progressives, arriving Prussians, and also attacked the French flanks and inflicted heavy casualty. In the evening, Napoleon assaulted Anglo-Allied lines with his last reserve, his senior infantry battalions with the Imperial Guards, and the Prussians break through the wall and the French right flank. The Anglo-Allied armies repulsed the Imperial Guard and the French army was rerouted. Waterloo was just a divisive engagement of the Waterloo campaign, which was Napoleon's very last. Again, we know Wellington as well in the battle, the nearest run thing you ever seen in your life. Napoleon was abdicated 4 days later, and coalition forces entered Paris on July 7th. The defeat in the Battle of Waterloo has ended Napoleon's role as the Emperor of the French. He then had marked the end of his 100 days return from exile, where he ended from the French Empire, the First French Empire, set in his chronological milestone between European war and decades of relative peace. Again, he's also referred to as the Pax Britannica, and the battlefields often located Belgian municipalities of this about 15 kilometers south of Brussels and 2 kilometers from the town of Waterloo. The site of the battlefield still stands, dominated by the monument of the Lion's Mount. Large artificial hills confronted this and constructed the earth taken by the battlefield itself. The topography of this battlefield is near the mound where it's still preserved today. So if you ever go to Belgium, you can go and you can see, or Belgium or Netherlands or France or anywhere like that, you can go and see the battlefield where they actually had the statue still of the battlefield from the Battle of Waterloo. Again, guys, let me know your thoughts about this. This is just another video at random. I figured with the videos are random, we're going to be doing videos are random, but it's going to be the history. It's going to be history this time. It's not going to be jokes. It's going to be history for the next couple of months. For the next couple of months, the videos are random are going to be history themed. Since I did videos are random that were multiple other themes, like my last videos are random series I did was jokes. Now I'm doing a videos are random where I'm doing history. Again, now because we're getting closer to the month where we had our history. So I'm figured I'd do some history for the next couple months for the videos are random. So it's still videos are random, but it's just a different one. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts about that, about if you remember the surrender of Lord Cornwallis or in the Battle of Waterloo. If you remember learning about those in school, let me know your thoughts and you have a great day. See you, everyone.